Hi, I'm Tim Kane, entertainment editor at the Herald and Review in Decatur, Illinois, and I'm here because Austin wants. I'm all for big arts projects, things that take some effort and take some time, because when you get to the end of it, then you can look back and see all that you've accomplished. It's certainly a small project compared to some of the other things that I see people do, but I'm in my third year of a 365 project, a something a day. The first one I did was movies, a movie a day. The second one was albums. And I'm doing the albums again this year because I really enjoyed doing that last year. And I'll emphasize again, it's not doing something every day. It's not, okay, today I have to watch a movie, or today I have to listen to an album I have not listened to previously. That's the only constriction I put on myself, is that I allow myself to one day listen to 3 or 4 albums and then take some time off, or listen to other things, or live my life. You know, I know that there are people who do like photo a day projects, and their thought is, I have to do that photo during that day, or any number of other things they decide to do during a day. They have to make sure that it's all done in the construct of that 24 hours. I don't buy that at all. One of the important things when you're doing a project like this, like the ones I'm doing that involve arts that you enjoy, is sometimes you have to remember to leave room for the pieces within that you enjoy just casually, or just going back to. And I guess by this I mean when I was in the middle of doing the movie project, movies take a while. You can't really do anything but pay attention to a movie if you're going to do a movie a day and you're going to evaluate it and write about it and be fair. I can do more with music. I can multitask. I can be writing while I'm listening to music. I can be just casually playing games on Facebook when I'm listening to music. There's a lot of things. I can have a sporting event on with the sound off when I'm listening to music and still give that music enough attention. Can't do that with other things. Other people can. Other people can watch TV and play games and read a book and have a conversation on the phone. They can do all that stuff at once. I'm not one of those people. What I missed when I was doing the movie a day project was rewatching some of the movies that I really enjoyed. I would find myself probably once every 2 or 3 weeks thinking, I really want to see Dogma again. I really want to watch Almost Famous again. I want to watch Help again. I want to watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I want to watch all that jazz. All of these movies that are my favorites, and I've watched them all dozens of times, and I want to consume them again just for pleasure. But I would think, well, I really don't want to burn 2 hours on that one. I've got this other project going on. I want to keep ahead on that, because once you get behind on these things, it's, you can catch up. I've seen people catch up, but it becomes work. And it's enough work to just do it and write about it. You don't want the extra work and pressure of, I've got to catch up with it. One of the things that I've been doing recently, and if you're following my 365 Days of Albums project on Facebook, you've seen some examples of this. I came across on one of my external hard drives a literal treasure trove of Beatles bootlegs collections. And I had honestly forgotten that I had these. And there are literally dozens of albums, hundreds of songs done by the Beatles and by the 4 individual members. It's just a bootleg collection. Some of them are studio outtakes. Some of them are alternate versions. Some of them are demos. Some are live recordings. There's all manner of things. And one of the things for me about the Beatles is I tend to deify them so much that sometimes I forget the fun in it. I'm always listening to the old albums. I'm always listening to the original collections of albums. I've said any number of times that the White Album, to me, is the most significant piece of art created in my lifetime. And I've gotten more pleasure from that than I can think of, than any other 3 art pieces in my life that I can think of put together. I listen to it regularly. I honestly listened to it last night. But to come across, as I came across, a collection of just obscure Paul McCartney recordings that I'd never heard before, and I'm not sure how, because I do kind of I have tried to keep up with the stuff that he's put out, released and unreleased, and this was just a whole bunch of stuff that I'd never heard. There was a collection I came across called Alternate Mind Games and Shaved Fish. It was by John Lennon, and it included some versions of songs that I had never heard, including a really jazzy version of Power to the People. I thought, where did this come from? Some of the outtakes and alternate versions and bootleg recordings are lousy, or there's honestly no difference that I can tell between what is on that bootleg and what is actually released. Even if somebody's trying to tell me, oh, it's an alternate take, ooh, it's a different version, ooh, the guitar is hotter, I don't hear it. But when you can hear that stuff, it's so much fun. One of the things I like about this project is it's given me a chance to re-examine, reevaluate, and get back to the Beatles. It's helped me again to understand and appreciate how much effect these four guys have had on my life, and how happy I am that they're still in it. And I'm so glad that even after 40 years in some cases of listening to these songs, I can still be surprised by some of the things I'm hearing. That to me is so spectacular. So thank them for the gifts. I hope you have something like that in your life, and I hope that you can find new and delightful things about it at all times. And in the next one, I'll be a lot angrier and more bitter, I promise. I'm Tim Kaine. I'm here because Austin wants. Oh, Oregon. You go to Oregon. You go to Washington. That's all you got is bridges, blah, 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 blah. You know what? Shut up. I don't care.